everybody, this is Ginger and this is Ginger's Chat Show, and yes, I'm back. I took last week, which was Labor Day week, off so I could go visit my daughter, and we had a very good visit. Again, if Beth is on, thank you, honey. I love you very much, and we should do this more often. Just to get together. Uh, my motto always been family is important, and you always want to stick with family, whether it's blood or no blood. So, um, some of you may be off. Hey, Dorothy, how are things in Florida? But you're glad that you missed a bullet with Hurricane Lee. We were really getting in the hurricane tropical depression issues here. Um, they got some storms coming through the Midwest, I guess, today too. So, um, here we're supposed to get rain off and on, but it depends on where it hits. So, and oh, sorry, it depends on how the jet stream goes too. So anyway, today, of course, you all know that we're remembering 9/11/01, that terrible day when the hijackers hijacked some planes and two planes crashed into the World Trade Center. Hola, Teresa, ¿cómo está? And and of course, one in the Pentagon and the one at Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Um, you know, uh, it was a very scary day, and I don't know where you guys were at that time when that happened. I was at work, and then I received a phone call from my then husband back then when I was still married, and he said, "Have you heard that there's a the one plane that hit the one World Trade Center tower?" And I said, "Well, what's caused that?" And he goes, "I don't know." And now they got priests in the news came through that there are other hijacked planes going on. And so I kept one eye on it while I was still doing my work, and I had it kind of a split screen. And then I heard that my boss came through and he says, "Well, another plane hit another tower, and the Pentagon was hit." And I was going, "Okay, this is not a freak accident or anything. Something's really going on." And another plane went down in Shanksville. And apparently the passengers tried to yank back the control of the plane from the hijackers on that plane. Um, you know, we get very tenacious when it comes to us being attacked, and we don't like it. So we need to remember those and that we lost, and also prevent things like this from happening again. And of course, in 2008 or 2008 or 2010, I think it was 2009 or 2010, then Osama bin Laden, who was a mastermind of all those attacks, he himself got done in. And so he's down at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean somewhere. Um, so again, we need to remember those. On the other lost list, of course, we lost John F. Unell, who was one of our blue dots. We lost him over the weekend. Um, I'm going to miss him because I used to chat with him. So, well, what plantings are you doing today? I mean, he did a lot of gardening, and we talked about trees and my favorite trees, and of course, my favorite was dogwood, and he said he liked dogwoods too. Um, and the guy's my age, and you know, we were basically a month apart, and same year, but a month apart, and it's like, you know, that's kind of hitting close to home here. Um, so, you know, love and support to his friends and family on his loss, and it was kind of unexpected more than anything. Of course, all of us get older, and all of us have a timeline when we spend our time here on Earth too. So, um, now the other aspect here, is Trump's never-ending toddler behavior. That's what I call it. He's being a toddler. He's being a brat. And the guy is never going to grow up. He never is. And he's trying all these things, and well, the law is the law. And if he doesn't like it, well, that's just tough. He got caught what he was doing. And he's going to pay for that. He's going to get jail time, and he's going to be right in there. Now, the other thing that kind of bothers me of other people is saying, oh, well, he's going to get off easy and everything else. I go, no, he's not. Not on federal charges. The RICO charge is very, very serious. So is the national documents, the top secret document theft that he did. That is very serious, and he's not going to get off scot-free on those. He's gonna get nailed for it. And of course, what really bothers me is Judge Eileen Cannon, who is somewhat technically helping him when she really should not be doing that. She should be impartial, and I don't care if she's somewhat closet Trump supporter. She should not be allowed to do that. And frankly, I think the 11th Circuit needs to yank her off the bench, or, you know, assign the case to somebody else that is impartial and has experience in this type of case. And so she is trying to thwart Jack Smith, and Jack Smith says, well, you know what's going to happen? I'll report this to the 11th Circuit, and we'll see what happens. Because she got in trouble twice before with the 11th, I think it was twice before the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Those are her bosses, and they're pretty tough on stuff like this, and so they're probably going to come back at her and slap her hard, and I hope they do. So that was my phone. And of course, the other defendants are trying to switch their cases to federal court. The example of Mark Meadows. That didn't work. They told him no. It's going to stay in state level because you violated the law, Georgia state law, on election interference. Okay. So it's going to stay at the state court. And Georgia's very, very tough on that. They really are. Do you know that Georgia has a Bureau of Investigation, and they do handle some both state and federal law violations. So I would imagine the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the GBI, was involved in this investigation too, with Fani Willis, who is the state federal prosecutor, and she goes, well, he's in trouble. Hey, Nancy! Hi! Nancy, you snuck in here. You're sneaky. So anyway, huh, I got one viewer, but it says I have 4 people. Let's see, one, two, three people. Okay, there's 3. Um, I'm a little tired of. Oh, okay. It just came out by Glenn Kirshner. He's also a federal prosecutor. He said Mark Meadows, Donald Trump, and their co-conspirators will be tried together in Georgia RICO case. They'll be all tried at once. And which, it makes sense. And it'd be a lot more efficient. Um, so they're all going to be tried together in the RICO case. Um, okay, Nancy, no problem, no problem. Uh, so that's going to be interesting, and I don't know when that RICO case has been set yet or not. A trial date on that's been set yet as of yet. But they've been doing some juggling on when the trials are supposed to start. Now I understand they're still gathering information on the top secret document theft case. That will be last on the platter, and I guess that's going to happen in March. That trial will be in March, so it's right in the middle of the what do you call it? The primaries, everything else. So you could, and also if you notice that he's not really campaigning per se at all, where others are. And I also find it funny with Trump that he got booed at the Iowa state football game. He got booed. I mean, really booed. And there's only maybe handful of people that cheered for him, but they weren't really cheering. They were kind of they were kind of lukewarm, if you will. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but they were kind of lukewarm. So a lot of people don't really like Trump at all. Now, the GOP is what they're doing. They're trying to distance themselves and dissociate themselves from Marjorie Taylor Greene. They said she's absolutely crazy and she's not doing her job. And I understand there's going to be a down and out fight in the House regarding the so-called impeachment against President Biden, which I know is not going to happen. And also McCarthy is in trouble, as well as Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan got slapped by Fani Willis, the federal prosecutor, and she said the House in there, and he had no jurisdiction over the federal side of things on the case, and he needs to stop interfering. Do you know that Jim Jordan is not a licensed lawyer? He never passed the bar. So she was basically giving him homework to do, on this. And I find that kind of funny. She's really kind of mocking him on this and said, you need to read this, And she told him to back off, leave it alone, and let justice do their work. So that's what you need to be told to do. So anyway, it's just going to be a busy next few months for everybody. Okay? Now that we're in the fall and it's September, keep in mind there will be kiddos going to and from school on school buses. So please be alert on the road, especially if you're on the road, bus. Of course, follow traffic laws on that and everything. You just might want to go to your respective states and look it up on how, on the bus stops and whether it's on a 2-lane road, 4-lane road either way, or a single lane road, what the traffic laws are for those, okay? So just refresh your memory on it. Just go look it up to your state, your DMV, and I'm pretty sure that they have like a rule book posted on there where you can look up on traffic laws what you're doing or not supposed to do. And if you're still not sure, not able to find it, then talk to your local police officer, your police officer that patrols your area, or go to the police station for information and say, hey, what are the rules of the road regarding a school bus? And I'm sure they'll give you guys information on that. It is called research. So just be careful on the road and keep an eye out for the kiddos, especially on a single lane road. In other words, cars going opposite of each other. Of course, you're supposed to stop and wait on the bus when they load the kids, because some kids have to go their homes that way, and some have to go across the street. So just be careful. Be really careful. And of course, last but not least, hope you guys had a good Labor Day weekend, or last week and weekend, and hope it wasn't too bad for you, storm-wise, winter-wise, that's not winter, but fall-wise, because fall usually there's a lot of nasty storms that pop up there too. Now, they're still keeping an eye on a number of tropical storms that are going on. Of course, you got Hurricane Lee. It's heading up to, let's see. Okay. Hurricane Lee is heading up along the East Coast. So just beware of rip currents and low flooding and riptides, and just keep an eye on the weather. Keep an eye on the sky too. So it's going to be kind of rough along the East Coast. Let's see what else. Oh, and there's a couple of rocket launches. One for Starlink. Some more Starlinks went up. And let's see what else. Oh, and India, they've been busy. They landed their lunar lander on the moon. I was going to say Mars, but they're not there yet. On the moon. And so their lunar lander is running around on the South Pole, exploring it and everything. Russia lost their lunar lander. It crashed. And I don't think Russia really double checks everything on their equipment and everything to make sure everything works properly. India's doing beautifully. They're doing really good. They also, and get this, India sent a solar, it's a research rocket that circles the sun. And it gives a study on why the solar flares occur, what causes to occur, and how far it'll reach Earth, because we do get solar storms coming this way. And it plays havoc on our communication systems. Like our internet and our television and our cell phones and everything else. Because the electromagnetic rays have, cause problems. Well, this is why India decided to send a probe up there to study the sun. And, of course, I don't know how long that probe's going to last because the sun's pretty hot, but I would imagine they took all kinds of precautions with that piece of equipment, and they'll send it back and say, hey, this is what it's doing, what's going on, why it's going on, and how long do these solar flares last. Because right now, we don't know how long these solar flares go on or how they last. These solar storms last. Um, so, I mean, that's a good thing. And we need to explore space because any new equipment that's developed, like our improvements on our cell phones. I'm charging mine right now. Improvements on our cell phones, improvements on our computers. That is all because of space exploration. And so, if you want to watch launches and the projects that are going on and everything else, because more and more kids are going into STEM type courses and classes to get into the space exploration projects and everything, which I think is neat. Is cool. Of course, my math is not that good. It got kind of screwed up when I was going through school 60 some odd years ago, or because we went through what they call the new math that was introduced in the middle 1960s, late 1960s, and it messed us up because I was just learning, that how to add properly, how to subtract properly, how to do multiplying properly. I was just learning that, and then all of a sudden they introduced this new math, and we were so confused it wasn't even funny. I don't know if any of you went through that. What do you call it? Went through that phase, if you will. What, Loki? Loki says hi. He goes in tomorrow for his shots. He's not going to like me very well. Goes in for his shots. And I don't know if they're going to do his feet tomorrow or do his toenails tomorrow. But they might do his toenails when he gets his teeth done 2 weeks from now. Yes, you're going in to get your toofies cleaned. He's doing pretty good. He's adjusting to the loss of Cyrano, and I miss Cyrano very much too. House is really quiet without him. Loki was not very happy with me when I was gone for 3 days last week, and when I got home, he was reading me the Riot Act, and I was going, yes, I know, but I'm sorry. I wish I could take you with me, but he just wanted all kinds of cuddles and pets and everything else, and he's kind of calmed down now, so which is a good thing. So anyway, be sure to like and subscribe and share. I will post this video on my YouTube channel. And I know Gene Shanky right now is in Facebook jail. Facebook is the one that needs to be going to jail. What? What do you want? I'll be done in a minute. Okay? Go lay down. Go crash. Okay? He's so funny. So anyway, again, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and same on YouTube. I'm up to 43 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I need more. I need to get up to the point where I could go live simultaneously on both. And also, I was temporarily on Twitter/X, can't make up his mind. Twitter, I dropped it. Because I was getting some weird stuff and everything on there. So I will. You too, Dorothy. stay safe, guys, okay? And I will be here on, let's see, let me check my calendar. 1 minute, let me check my calendar. I'm still having problems with my middle finger here on this hand, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Let's see. Okay, I will see you on 13th, September 13th on Wednesday at 1 p.m. As usual. And I will keep you posted on all the stuff that's going on, because some of you may not get all the news or certain news and everything else because of all the bickernness going on. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. I love you all, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, thank you so much. Love you. Bye bye.